Juan Nunez says can't help but laugh at people praising the creative and free Luffy fighting style, yet he ends it with a cliche big punch. Like, come on, that is true. Take that up with them, not me. I'm not saying anything on that. It would technically have been ended by the like. I don't think anybody would be in the wrong to say that this is anticlimactic, because look, if this is the end, because the fact is that Oda himself, right? This is not us. This is not fans. You can take us completely out of the equation. The writer himself came out and said, I think most readers would be disappointing if Luffy just wins with a big punch. Well, not a big punch, because his punch is so strong. That's word of God himself. That's Oda's own opinion. He acknowledges it would be disappointing. So, my opinion, I would assume that I think it's fair if Oda's allowed to say that, I think it's fair for us to say that. Call me crazy, but I think that's fair. Clay Kimbrew says, if it is the end, then the citizens will wake up to a new dawn without an oppressor and all of their lantern dreams come true. Yeah, I also think it's kind of wild if that were to happen like that. Like, that people just wander over and are like, hey, Kaido is defeated. Let's party or whatever. Because I can't think of a single... How do I describe how weird that is from a dramatic standpoint? Imagine it's like the Lord of the Rings, and they're all in their final battle to take on Sauron or whatever. And like the city of Gondor, like while this battle is going on, the city of Gondor is just partying and they're having a good time. And they're like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if like Sauron was defeated? And then like people show back up and they're like, guess what, guys? Sauron was defeated. And they're like, fuck yeah, we did it. Like what? Like imagine like in like Harry Potter. Like, imagine instead of, like, all of Hogwarts being in this big battle and everything being serious and grim or whatever, instead, imagine Hogwarts is throwing a party. And they're all like, man, this is the best day of the year. Hey, imagine if Voldemort was being defeated somewhere right now, and then Harry walks in and he's like, guess what, guys? Voldemort's toast. We got him. And they're like, fuck yeah, keep the party going. It's just, it's not, I can't imagine it for, like, any other story. It makes no sense. It's like the opposite of what you would always do dramatically. You don't have people already partying and being like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if the bad guys are beaten? And then the good guys come in and they're like, well, we did it. And they're like, fuck yeah. It's bizarre. I've never, there's nothing comparable I could even imagine. Throughout all of One Piece even, like there's nothing like similar whatsoever. We all know how One Piece finales usually are, right? They're very... everybody's holding their breath. Everyone's very tense. Everybody's looking on as the hero's taking on the villain or whatever. Or they're wrapped up in some other more serious shit like the Alabasta War, and everything is beyond tense. It's like blowing up in everyone's faces. Everyone's like in absolute, absolute seriousness. Everyone's at war or whatever. And then and only then is the tension broken with the villain being defeated. This is like, I don't even know how to describe this. I don't think that there's like. Because there's nothing similar in any story period that I can imagine where they're already like throwing a party and they're already just casually like, wouldn't it be nice if like the bad guys are getting beaten up right now, like, and somewhere off in the distance, and then the good guys coming over to like, don't worry, check that box off. It's like there's nothing I can even imagine that's even close to comparable.